There we go. It's true. How you guys doing? I'm at the hotel with my family visiting in Michigan, Mackinac City. I guess close to Ann Arbor. So I'm in the locations where they shot Scream 4. Um, except I missed a few parts of the city because I was asleep. My grandpa's like, "Oh, look, we're in Mackinac City and Scream 4," and I'm like, "Great," because I was so tired. I did not get any sleep the other night because I was filming the trailer and all that stuff, and I was so exhausted. But I'm going to Mackinac Island tomorrow with my family. I'm going on this huge bike ride. Um, so that's really really cool. So I'm having a really good time, just swimming and that kind of stuff. Um, so my family's at the casino right now. They're gambling. I think they're gonna be back soon. So I gotta go to sleep. It's like 10:30. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I'm close to Canada. Canada. Yeah. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to explain the haunting of Ghostface confusions. Now, I'll probably get dislikes. I always get dislikes. There's one subscriber, I think a couple, that just dislikes my videos for no apparent reason. But I guess that doesn't really matter because if they're subscribed to me, that really doesn't matter. That's just BS. Come on. If you don't like my stuff, why you just subscribe to me? Seriously, like, I don't know. Whatever. I don't understand that. I don't understand people. There's some pretty messed up people out there, really. Anyway, I'm gonna go into the detail. Now, the movie begins. Now, it begins with Cassidy and her mom. I mean, Sydney and her mom. She wants to go to this party with her friend, um, and her mom's not letting her. And so, she's basically had it. The mom is basically working for three jobs, and she's exhausted, and so she gives a smack on Sydney, and she just had it. So she runs out of the house. That's when, of course, she gets on the costume and is ready to kill her. Now, the mom is basically taking lots of prescription drugs, and so she's overdosing on them, and she's trying to commit suicide, but yet she's gonna get killed. I just felt that so. I was like popping those pills, so that was funny. Um, and then of course we move on. Now and right when it says 1 year later, she's in the dream. She's in the mental hospital and she's having a big dream. Now all of it is all a dream. Of course, I guess it's a dream within a dream. You really don't know if this is a dream or not. And she's basically just going into different dreams. You ever have those dreams where there's something going on and then you like go into another dream and then another dream and different things happen and that kind of stuff. That's basically what she's dreaming, and she's very psychotic. Now she doesn't know that she killed her mom. She's lost her mind. And so that dream kind of wakes her up about, okay, I killed my mom. So right when she said, Sydney, wake up, it's just a dream. That's when she was in the mental hospital, and she wakes up from the mental hospital and she's in there. It's just a dream. Like, she freaks out. So she basically, it's really a month later after that dream. And so basically it goes to, the character Kyle and Woodsboro Island and be like, oh, thank you for locking her up and that kind of stuff, because he was a patient there and he did know Sydney, and so he finally got out, and that explains more in the sequel. And then so that's all reality there, and then the next part is, oh, that's scary. Um, and then so Sydney escapes from mental hospital, and that's reality too. And of course, she has the mask, and it's like, how did she get the mask? Now, um, there's really a lot of kind of suspicion of why did she escape, and like how did she escape, how come there's no like security and all that stuff. Now that all gets explained in the second film, it's not just like, oh, random, like, oh, whatever, she just knew Twitter. Oh, okay. um uh so a new one. Anyway, so basically that's basically the confusions, if you guys had any confusions about it. Like, you know, because a lot of people may have not have liked it that much because they really did not know what was going on. But in the original script, the opening scene was the same. But it was originally her brother that was the killer, and like I said, I had a few actors. Like we shot another version back in 2008, but we never finished it. And you know, it was fun because there was so much action in it. There was gonna be a sequence where Ghostface was getting thrown off a roof, and it was gonna be a roof sequence, and it was really high, like a big roof sequence, and it was really fun. I mean, Brookfield it's got all these homes, you know, hometown neighborhoods, and it was so perfect for the film. It felt like Woodsboro, and it was great. Now, her brother was also an assassin too, and it was kind of like, I guess, a dumb story, where her brother kind of learned some assassin stuff, and then he kind of assassinated, you know, his, I guess his dad, or no, it was her mom. I think that's how it went. And then if Sydney killed him at the end, we were like had this scary basement, and it was like so easy to use for like the blood and, you know, the killing scenes, and it was so cool because she was gonna kill her brother crazily with like this big knife, and you know, it was so intense. And then right at the end, she lost her mind. She killed her dad at the end, put the mask on, and it left open for the second one. Now that was originally how it was gonna go, but then I rewrote the story, and I was in Chicago when I rewrote the story, and I was kind of having fun. Now I really changed the storyline up a bit. I really did not know how the ending was gonna go, and once I got to the ending, I was like, okay, this is how it's gonna go, and I immediately had it planned. Now, it was not going to be a dream. It was basically everybody set her up and back to her neighborhood, and I was, you know, helping her out, trying to bring her back to that sanity of her killing her mom. Now, by the end, Officer Dell was going to arrest her, and, you know, when she admitted that she killed her mom, he was going to um, drive her off, and it was going to be like the song Time, and, you know, he drives her off. It's like a faraway shot. Um, and it was going to be like end credits at the end. So that was basically the ending. That was how it was going to go. And that was the original script. And then apparently, you know, the seasons changed. I couldn't finish it, and I had to redo things, and the ending was just a mess. And I just wanted to get it done. So I'm sorry, guys, if, you know, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be, or you guys wanted it to be, and it got confusing. But I was expecting it to be a very dark, ghostly film, and I guess the second one's not really like that. It has a lot more humor. It's just so funny. It's got, you know, death scenes and blood and all that, but it is still a dark film, and it goes more into details of the story, which is what I love to do, and not make it boring or cheesy. I like to make sure I set it up with these characters, and, you know, you kind of understand them, and, you know, you kind of introduce them before all shit hits the fan. Um, and I guess that's, you know, where I like to go with the story, and now it's, you know, I'm really excited to finish it and show it to you guys. I think you're gonna love it. Either you're gonna hate it or love it. I know I'm gonna get likes, and I know I'm gonna get dislikes, no matter what. You know, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you really can't satisfy everyone, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're gonna get haters and you're gonna get lovers, and I guess that what makes me famous is because I have those things. But I get subscribers every day, and they seem to like my stuff, and you know, I'm really looking forward to showing them new things. I mean, I have subscribers just for my video blogs. I have subscribers for, you know, my video reviews, game reviews, movies, and all that kind of stuff. I think I have subscribers for each of those things. Um, and I hope to make the Jester fans excited for Jester Returns. I really kind of did a good job, I guess, with it. We did a lot. I mean, we shot in a hospital, and we did so many crazy things with it, and so it's gonna be really cool to see that. Now, it's one of the least, I guess, I guess, um, what do you call it? Exciting sequel, or like detail. I don't know what you call it. Least important. But then when I get to the third one, it's gonna be pretty insane. It's gonna take a different direction with the series, and that's when it starts to get really good. It's not like a simple storyline anymore. It gets more complex, which, you know, I guess I just, you know, I don't want it to be boring. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make it the best I can. and just try to make it the best storyline. Um, which eats three. And now I'm working on November 3rd. I really don't want to spoil that film too much. I cannot go into detail with that because I don't want to show anything or anything like that. I don't really want to spoil it because it's the last November movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, thank God. Um, and me and Kenny are like, okay, let's make one more, and then we're done. And so he really signed for 3 films, and I think I guess did too. I mean, we thought really we ended it with November 2nd, but I really felt like that wasn't satisfying enough, and I think the fans didn't find it that satisfying either. So, um, we decided to make one more film. And all I can say is it takes place in South Pasadena, where they shot, I guess, the original Halloween. So it's kind of a different location. It's not during the fall or winter, even though I guess it's in November. It's gonna be like summer, sunny, kind of like Pasadena kind of feel. Kenny's gonna be in it. Cassidy's not gonna be in it. Not Sandra. Of course, I'm gonna make a big epic video about the whole Sandra story. I bet you guys are confused. When you like the trailer, Cassidy is playing Sydney. All right, it's not Sandra. So, in case you guys got confused, I basically made that trailer basically to let people know that Sandra's not going to be playing Sydney. I think people got confused, like it's a joke. No, it's for serious. Now, I've been hiding this from you guys for about 2 months, and almost going on 3 months. So I finally was like, okay, why don't I announce it on Cassie's birthday? And it was really cool to do that. So I will explain everything about Sandra. She is just it's just so sad about about everything, and I guess you guys will be kind of like upset with like I can't believe she said those things and did those things, and I will go in more detail about all that stuff, and you guys will probably be shocked or confused, but um, I hope you guys accept that Cassie is going to be playing Sydney again. I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care because everybody, I guess most people love Cassidy because she's an incredible actress, and I guess it's fun to watch her on screen. And I'm pretty sure if Sandra was a part of it, it would kind of feel a little off. So I guess since Cassie's back in it, it feels right again. And that's how things go. But I fired Sandra, and you guys like, and you're like, why did you fire? Why would you fire Sandra? It's a long story. A long story. So, oh, excuse me. So when I show everything, it'll be all explained there. But for me to fire someone, that's pretty crazy because usually people drop out of my films, and that's usually unlikely for me to fire someone. It kind of felt good though. I don't like to fire people, but sometimes that happens. So I can't really do much about that. But to fire Sandra and go back to my sister, I was really scared to ask my sister again if she could play Sydney, and she said yes, and I was like, oh, I felt so good. So it's been kind of fun working with her again. So I'm here in Michigan, and hopefully get some shots of the city, and I think I'm gonna go to a haunted house this time in Michigan because I'm gonna visit all around Michigan and all that stuff. So, um, that's basically about it. So I'll talk to you guys later. And got any questions? Put comments, dislike, like, whatever. I don't care. Send me an inbox message about curiosity or like that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. So I hope that explained the confusions of the Haunting of a Ghostface and maybe a little bit more about Sandra and my upcoming films. So yeah, that's about it. So I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully make a video soon. So have a good night, and I'll probably make a video tomorrow about my vacation. So yeah, bye.